Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth episode of the Traders Up North podcast. Uh, we got a lot to talk about.
We do
Obviously,
quite a bit to
big big game
dabble
coming
into.
up. Yep, big game coming up. Probably the biggest game to decide. Probably like who's going to be in the championship, the Big Ten championship.
100%. I mean, if Penn State comes out there and makes a statement, they're probably going to go.
Yeah, 100%. Um, I seen that Penn State is the number 2 in scoring defense, I believe.
It's very good.
And I think we're number 3 in scoring defense.
We were number 2, so they replaced us.
Yeah, they did replace us, but they also played some poopers last week. So
now, was that because of the 61-0? I'm assuming that's what really helped.
63-0.
63-0. I'm assuming that's why
Yeah.
they're at number 2 now.
Yeah, I mean they played a 1-5 team that like is full of nobodies. So yeah, that kind of helps. But either way, still got an equal defense. But I think where they compete against us is their O line. And I was watching the Joel Klatt show earlier, and he said that their cornerbacks could probably compare with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Egbuka if he's healthy.
That's not good.
That's not
He's
good.
saying they can keep up?
He's saying they can keep up. He's saying
like
that
one-on-one they can keep up?
That's what he said.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem already.
We're gonna have to see because you know how shifty Marv is.
Well, another thing that's kind of shifty, not in a way I'm trying to look at, is the running back room right now. What is that? Have you heard anything about that situation? Are we still down 2 this weekend?
As far as I know, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. But Trip train him.
I believe in the boy. I definitely believe in the boy.
He's doing some work. They were saying that he's going to be the next great one to come out of Ohio State after Marv.
Really?
Yep, that's what they're saying. So
that's impressive because this is it. This is last year. It's
Chip?
Yeah, he's a senior.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So that's impressive because obviously, like, we never really heard much from that dude this last season before. So he kind of just popped in and said hello. So that's cool. I mean, that's honestly pretty impressive and pretty cool to look at that he's able to make such a impact in the little amount of time he has with Columbus.
Yep. So we'll see what happens with that. Shoot, who else? Well, we can talk about Devin Brown making a surprise.
I was just gonna say, can we talk about the QB rotation that was happening? I was not a fan.
I honestly wasn't. Honestly, it surprised me. And
it did surprise me. I said, "What the fuck is he doing out there?" And then, I kind of like toned it out because it just immediately kind of pissed me off that he was even on the field. And I feel like the next second I look, dude's trying to Heisman dive into the end zone, doesn't have the ball with him. I'm like, bro,
he thought he was him.
He thought he was him.
He really thought he was him, bro.
And the ball just wasn't with him. And I was like, oh,
nope.
So I mean, thank God that our defense is very clutch right now because there was definitely some offensive mistakes that could have resulted in more Purdue points, but I mean Purdue just they're bad and
Purdue some poopers too.
Our defense, they're too good to allow that type of team to just get it because they were close. There was the opening drive Purdue had honestly put some fear in me. I said, okay, this might be a little bit closer of a game than I thought.
I was texting you and I was like, yo, like we kind of suck. You were saying the same thing.
I mean, it's like, dude, if the first play's bad, we suck instantly. First thing out of my mouth. Like, dude, what am I looking at?
But here's what I want to address really quick before we get too far ahead and off topic. I mean, this is kind of off topic, but I just want to address this before we go too far.
Go ahead.
Ohio State and Alabama, we get the most criticism out of any teams in college football.
It's the two most hated fan bases.
That's true, but I mean, there's so many other teams that could be criticized more than us.
I think it's because it depends how you break it down, right? Because Florida could have been in this conversation, a couple years ago. Florida from 5-6 years ago, and those
Florida
other SEC
last year.
Yeah, those other SEC teams that were like they're all. It's like a group, right? And it's that carries over into any sport. Whatever team seems to be winning consistently, whether it is the championship or just appearing there or in that Final Four year after year, people will start to form a hatred. Like, how many people are Patriot fans?
Not many anymore.
How many people hate the Patriots and hate the Cowboys? But look at the Cowboys' history and the Patriots' history, and like there was a point in time where they were just the one team that was there every single time. It's true. Like that's why people hate Tom Brady. I don't really like him because he went to Michigan. That's just my own shit. I still think he's a great quarterback, but like people are
the GOAT.
People are tired. We're tired of seeing that guy win Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And now
like
it's gonna
you knew he was gonna be
it's
there every year.
slowly becoming the Chiefs because I swear out of nowhere a lot of the Taylor Swift stuff does make people hate the Chiefs a lot more. But still, like the Chiefs being back-to-back Super Bowl champs, that had people talking.
They did.
Like there was a lot of Chief haters just appearing out of nowhere, and a lot of Chief fans.
Yeah, there's a
It
lot of
it I
PP
feel like
riding.
when those things happen, when a team is like on the surplus of becoming like the next big topic for a good period of time, couple years span,
Yep.
people just split, right? People hate them, and people love them. There's not a lot of people like in the mutual, in the middle that kind of like, yeah, that team's really like, they're good, but like I don't care. I don't hate them for being good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Wait,
I'm kind of unbiased about the NFL because I don't really
right?
watch the NFL that much. But to be fair, when the Chiefs started, doing their thing, I didn't really like the
You're
Chiefs
like fuck the
anymore.
Chiefs, dude. Fuck
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes.
honestly,
Fuck Travis Scott.
Patrick Mahomes, he's a good quarterback, but everybody dick rides him
Oh, of
hard.
course. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes if Chris Collinsworth is at that game, I'm watching. I gotta know. I love
I
the
mean,
shit he said.
you're gonna know, bro. You're
The
gonna know
shit
he's
he
there.
says is so funny. I
It's
seen
a
a couple of
2 yard
clips of
pass for
people taking
Mahomes.
they were taking like AI Chris Collinsworth and making him say like really really gay stuff about Patrick Mahomes, and that stuff is
He probably practices at home. I'm not gonna lie.
it's so funny, dude. Yeah,
Anyway, back on topic.
that's definitely why people hate Alabama and OSU and any other team that's really like had a certain couple year span where they were a powerhouse. It's just how it is.
That's true.
Um, and then you also know like when a team comes out of nowhere and starts to win, there is so much hype. People come out of the woodworks, bro, out of the fucking bushes and the sewers talking about I've been a fan. No, the fuck you haven't. Don't come out here with that bullshit.
I
It's
haven't seen you
okay.
post nothing in the past 5 years.
There's nothing wrong with supporting a team and like being behind the movement of a team doing well and wanting that team to continue succeeding. But I don't want to see the Facebook posts. I don't want to see you just randomly having a jersey one day. Like, dude, there's a guy I follow on Twitter. I swear he's like a fan of every team somehow. Like, at 1 minute he'll be in a Lions jersey, like with a picture, like on Twitter, right? Like in the Lions jersey. 10 minutes later, he's in a Dolphins jersey talking about the Dolphins. I'm like, bro,
Pick a team, buddy.
like,
Pick a team.
or just
Be
pick
down.
like just like announce the player you like on that team. There's no way you just fuck with all these teams. It has to be individual players that you fuck with. That
Yeah.
something I don't know. It blows my mind. Out of the woodworks. Like how many fans do you think Colorado gained this year? But
Too
obviously
many.
before, well, it doesn't even matter if they're getting shit on. The hype is
Even in
still there.
preseason. Yeah, it is still there. I mean, they were what 1-11 last year.
Yeah, and then
Now they've won like what 3 games this year.
have they won three? Either two or three. I mean, they
2 or 3 somewhere. Either way, it's better than what they've been doing.
as soon as Dion's gone, so are all those fans. So I mean, I
Oh
can't even
yeah,
imagine how many like just the Sanders name alone pulled towards
bro.
that school.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like
I did see a post from somebody on Snapchat this past weekend. Obviously, a Michigan fan. I've never seen him post anything about Michigan ever in
isn't
the
that
whole time I've
nuts?
had him on Snapchat.
Like, what's the
He's like
point?
game day, like
There's just no issue for that. It's just like, dude, just be a fan the whole time.
yeah, honestly,
Dude, if people can be Lions fans for 20 years, anybody can be a fan of anything.
the point there.
Like, dude,
You got a solid point there.
I've seen my stepdad's been a Lions fan his whole life. If he can keep rocking with them boys, loss after loss and disappointment after disappointment, then people should be able to rock with their team regardless. Like, dude, I'm gonna be a Buckeyes fan until I die. If they suck, I'm gonna say that, but I'm still gonna be a fan.
Yeah, I mean there has been a couple years where we haven't been elite.
No, and it's not. I may say fuck the Buckeyes, but it's not like I'm not gonna fucking throw my shit away and start rooting for someone else.
Yeah, start rooting for Colorado.
Fuck it at this point, dude. I mean, like
Yeah, you might as
there's
well.
obviously other teams in college ball that I like watching succeed. That I when they win a game, it's like that's dope. And for
Yeah,
a long time, before Michigan State went to complete shit, I enjoyed watching them play for a while and seeing the
yeah.
games that they won.
They used to not play bad ball. Now
But
they play really bad ball.
all right, I'm sorry. What you say?
We got to cut that out.
Probably
Michigan State, they used to not play bad ball, but now they play horrible ball.
horrible ball.
Like when they lost to Rutgers last weekend.
Like, dude,
After they were up
I used to kind of rock with them
big.
back in the day. I had no hate towards them.
Yeah, they were a good team to a point, but nonetheless, they were a good team.
Hmm. I mean, I don't really know what happened over time, but people change, coaches change, coordinators change, players change.
Basically, the bottom line is shit happens.
Yeah. And that's
Shit
showcased through a
happens.
lot of teams this year.
It sure is. So now we should really dive into the big game coming up. So obviously we do not want to finish third in the Big Ten East, which is probably going to happen if we fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since
If we're thinking
that
realistically, if we lose, it's yeah.
we're third in the Big Ten East, unless Michigan beats Penn State, which I'm hoping they
But we would have
don't.
to beat Michigan, right? To
We would
not
have to
get
beat.
third in that situation.
Yeah, we would have to beat Michigan because if it comes down to a tie, a three-way tie, I'm not sure how that would play out, but if it comes down to a three-way tie, it would go off of the team's combined conference wins, like the teams that they play, like Illinois,
Oh, how
Indiana,
many is it? It's
Iowa.
like yeah, it comes to and
It's
like
how many wins
they have
combined they
against
have.
like the bigger teams, correct?
Yeah.
And like
Yep.
eventually it would get to a point where it's like you have 3 wins over ranked teams, but they only have 2 wins on ranked teams, and that matters too, right? Doesn't
I'm
that
not
start?
sure if
That comes
I'm
in
not
the
sure if
playoffs, doesn't it?
that
The
comes in the
actual like
playoffs.
Final
I'm
Four.
pretty sure, but for conference play, like championships, it depends on how many, like what the um, combined record of your conference teams that you've played. So we
Okay,
played Indiana. We played Illinois, right?
I don't, I
I
don't
don't think
think
we played
so.
Illinois. Illinois or not Illinois, Indiana. Um, Obviously Maryland,
Yep,
Purdue. So we
their
might be
conference game,
Purdue.
Purdue. Yeah,
Did they move? Did they move conferences?
I'm not sure. I mean,
Might have to Google that because
and
I'm
obviously
as far as I know, they're still in the
the Notre
conference.
Dame wins. That win matters too, regardless of how
That
we won. That
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 does matter.
that helps us in our situation a lot because we're one of the only teams so far to play a team of that caliber and win.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like we strive when we're not the favorite. Everybody thought Notre Dame was going to come in and blow us out. We shut them
Were
down
they
for a
were they
while.
favorited on like any sports
I think
channels
no,
or betting
I
apps?
think we were favorited, but as far as I know, a lot of people were favoriting Notre Dame.
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, I
I
mean
think
nobody wants to
from
see Ohio State win.
one of my homies put $70 on the Buckeyes to cover the spread this weekend, but it's only
Only five. That's
5 point
fair.
spread, so it's not. He said he was nervous, and I was like, I don't fucking blame you. I mean,
I'd be nervous too.
in the Penn State game, 5 points is tough because we very well could be trailing and come back and kick a field goal and win.
Yeah,
I'm definitely that shit could definitely be possible. It depends. Like we've
100%.
covered this part before too. It depends on which Ohio State wants to show up.
Yeah, we could have sleepwalking Ohio State, or we could have championship Ohio State.
Exactly, and I really don't like the first half of Ohio State we've seen almost basically all year. I
Pretty
feel
much
like
every game.
every
Yeah,
weekend our first conversation is what the fuck,
yeah.
and then it's
Or
like,
like
oh, okay,
the
it's not.
first
I guess
text,
it's not the end of the world.
the
Then it's
first
like,
text we send to each other is always like, "Oh, we suck."
then it's
You
third
know,
quarter, and it's like, oh, okay, I think we're gonna win now, but
we're definitely a second half team, but we need to start
I
playing
want,
like a second half team in the first half.
yeah, we need to play as a team the whole game. I did want to
Yep.
ask you, the Purdue win, sloppy win or clean win?
Thought it was pretty clean.
Okay, because I mean, obviously we could put up 41 and it still be bad football.
Yeah,
Ohio,
I thought it was a pretty clean win. To be completely
yeah,
honest
I
with you.
would say as the game went on, it got better. Obviously, in the beginning, I was kind of sitting there like, bruh, like
Yeah,
bad win, and then I think the point I was the most mad though was Devin Brown fumbling it. I was just like, dude, like this is the way I see it. Is like you're our only other option, right? God forbid something happens to Kyle McCord, and nobody already really likes him in the first place. No one really believes in that guy.
yeah,
So I feel like when he's in there, I need to see the throws that show that he can be a quarterback. Like if and I don't know, I don't know if I would feel differently if he scored that touchdown. Probably,
yep,
but I mean it's one thing to get tackled and not get in there. It's a whole nother thing to fumble and then Purdue gets the ball.
yeah.
Because it's just
That pissed
it's
me
a
off.
whole shift change. It's a whole momentum change.
It's like,
But
oh, he's going for it. He's got it, and then he's just like drops the
literally, dude, it's
ball,
like someone barely touched his hand and the ball just on the
fell
ground.
out. He thought it was him. He thought that was his him moment,
And then
and it was not.
I don't know all the players on the defense. That's a lot of work for a guy like me to really break down a whole fucking who knows how many people are on the roster. But whatever play, dude, did you see that guy jump on the ball and miss completely? Right
No,
after
I
Devin
don't
Brown
remember that.
fumbled, one of the OSU players, like, you know how they like kind of like
Oh no, I
almost
did
like
see
jump
that.
on it and try to cradle it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
just like
went literally right
yes,
through him.
yes, hit him in the leg and just kept rolling. I was like, bro,
I did see that.
because like I get it, it's the football's a weird object. It's gonna have weird bounces off the ground, but that bitch did not have a weird bounce.
It was pretty much flat.
That man did not want the ball, bro.
He didn't. He's probably scared to get trampled.
Yeah, I guess I would be too, because there's probably
Yeah,
three,
it's a
four
lot of
Purdue players that are weighing at 3 1/4
it's a lot
coming
of
in
big guys.
hot. Yeah,
It's a lot of big men. Some
yeah, and they're
weight.
just gonna fall on you.
Oh yeah, they're not even gonna try to go for the ball. They're just gonna fucking
They're
put
just
all
gonna
their weight
crush
down
you
on
and
you,
hope it pops out.
like an egg.
Literally, it's like they're just trying to crack an egg at the bottom of the pit, hope the ball pops out.
But I'm not gonna lie, Devin Brown kind of threw a nice deep ball to Brandon Ennis.
He did have some nice throws. That was that kid's first touchdown, right? First like
Yep,
play, first anything.
yep.
That's nuts.
He's kind
Um,
of shifty. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
yeah, I definitely pray that that type of heat doesn't get to his head. Of course,
Yeah,
because and I'm not trying to take anything away from that dude because that's an elite maneuver. First play of the game, a deep ball, you catch it, then you get the tutty for what it was like 15, 20 yards he ran after catch, something like that. Nothing
something
too
like that. I
crazy,
think it
but
was about somewhere around there.
yeah, nothing too crazy, but still a decent amount. But yeah, I just hope that shit doesn't go to his head because like the second it does, we're exposed.
I think that he's gonna see that as like, okay,
I can do
I
this,
can I can I can grab the ball. I can make some yards happen. You know.
and that's what I want him to think. I still
Yeah.
want him to think like, oh, I'm the next hot shit.
Well, I think that Ryan Day's a good enough coach where he's gonna be like, stay humble, keep working. You know, you proved yourself that you can do this. Just keep working.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need to. I don't know what's being said at practice,
I said that's the
obviously,
difference.
because I'm
This
not
man
there.
behind me right here, this dude, that guy would bench you for getting out of pocket. Like, you don't even have
He's
to fuck up
different.
on the field. If you said the wrong shit to him, he'd probably bench you for it.
Oh yeah, or he'd do some weird shit at the bar with you. But that's besides the point.
Little fucking after program discipline, dude. Little fucking
Yeah,
oh
you
god.
go out to the bar with me. I'll show you really what happened.
I say I'll show you a bad time.
Hmm. But yeah, I think Devin Brown threw a nice deep ball. Definitely better than McCord.
Yeah,
But McCord has proven himself. I'm not gonna
he
lie.
has
Over these
proven
past
himself.
few weeks, he's proven himself.
It's and the only reason people are people like me and you are so picky with him is because he attends Ohio State University where those type of things will be talked about,
Yeah,
where the you can throw the 30-40 yard ball 3 times in a game, but you throw a couple bad passes, that's what we're gonna look at over those touchdowns because
it's Ohio
everyone at
State.
Ohio State can throw those. Yeah, everyone we've had at Ohio State can throw those touchdowns. So like the fuck ups we notice way more because they
Yeah,
happen less, and unfortunately with Kyle they're a little more noticeable.
just a little bit.
Doesn't help that he's a freshman. I mean, he's basically in his prime spot to get picked at by everybody.
I think
Everyone's
I think
gonna
he's a
pick at him.
sophomore, isn't he?
Is he a sophomore?
He's either a sophomore or a
Oh
junior.
yeah, duh, because he was there last year. He just
Yep,
it's his
he was
first
behind
it's his
Stroud.
first year. Yeah, first year playing. But
Yep.
I mean, they're gonna every Ohio State quarterback, every Alabama quarterback, every any quarterback at those type of schools is gonna get picked at for all the bad shit they do. The
Yeah.
good things will be announced and talked about, but those bad things are gonna be the main topic because
Even
it's
Joe Milton in Tennessee.
oh
They
yeah.
were saying he I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I really haven't watched much of Tennessee, but I don't think he's a bad quarterback. But they were saying comparing him to oh god, what was his name from last year? Hendon Hooker.
Yeah,
They were comparing him to him, and they were like, "Oh, he can't sling the ball like Hendon Hooker."
Hendon
I was like,
Hooker
"Well, obviously
was
they're
a
two
very
different
good.
people.
Yeah, he was a very good quarterback.
Yeah, he can sling the ball. But obviously, they're
That
two
dude
different
proved
people."
himself multiple times.
The Lions picked him up, right?
Yes, he's just on
Yeah.
injury still,
Okay,
unfortunately. I don't remember what it is exactly. I do think it's the type of injury though he will not be playing this year at all.
that's fine. I mean, he needs to recover anyway.
He
Take a
does,
year off.
and I feel honestly, the more I watch Jared Goff play, the more I actually think like he can set Hendon Hooker up for success.
He can,
Because it's weird,
but
like you would really think Jared Goff's like past that prime era, I guess,
yeah,
if you would say, because he's a little older, but dude, doing his thing. I think Hendon will be fine. He's just got to get off injury. Just like we got to get off fucking injury, dude. We got. What's crazy too is it seems like it's only our stars. You ever notice that sometimes?
yep, I do notice that. Luckily, let me knock on some wood really quick. Our defense isn't like horribly banged up.
No, thank God, because
I think we lost one corner
yeah,
last week or the week
yeah,
before.
it could
But
definitely be
other than
way
that, our
worse.
defense is doing pretty solid right now.
Yeah, it could be. It could be way worse. I think the Lions lost 5 defensive starters in one game,
Yeah,
like 2 weeks ago or something. So now,
yeah,
man,
some poop,
man,
some
it's just
straight
like, what do
poop.
you do in that situation? Like, how? Because there's really nothing you can do to avoid getting injured. Like, you can play as smart as you want to, but like at the end of the day, there's still another person that's coming to hit you or block
Yeah,
you, and the way you fall.
there ain't shit you can do about it.
Who did we think? Oh my gosh, who did we think broke their ankle like 2 weeks ago? Was that Marv? One of the receivers was blocking for somebody, or was that Mbuka? Is that how
It
he
was a
got
it was
injured?
a Buka. Yeah, it was a
That's
Buka.
how he
That's
got
how he got
injured.
injured.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude, it's like that's crazy. Like he ain't running. He's no one's coming. He's just blocking.
Yeah.
Just a
Just
simple
stepped
block.
just stepped wrong or whatever.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's all right.
Especially because this is his last year. Yeah.
Yeah, this was last year.
See, now we're gonna this. That's another thing. We're gonna be in this. We might be in the same situation we were in Jigbo, where we're gonna have players deciding, do I want to play in the playoffs? Do I want to play in this national game? Or do I want to heal and go to the NFL?
Yep.
And
That's gonna suck.
yeah, because that shit will make or break if we won a game or not, depending on who
It
we
will.
played.
Because if we don't have Marv or Ibuka, I mean, I'm not saying our other wide receivers are bad, but they're just inexperienced, and so it
Honestly, I'll
might.
tell you right now, if we did not have Marv, so,
I
bro,
don't think we'd be all right.
no, we would not be all
I was I
right.
wasn't gonna be the one to say it, but I don't think we're gonna be all right if we don't have Marv.
No, 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 no. I wanted to
But
cry when he got hurt in Georgia.
if we do get some receivers, some reps, some new receivers, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm
All
always. I
right.
mean,
I'm not gonna say we're gonna be great, but we'll
yeah,
be
I'll
all right.
stick. All right's a good. We can work with that because who knows who's coming in and who's leaving. I'm
Yeah.
glad that's not very common with us to have people like transferring away.
Yeah. It's more so people
Um,
transferring in.
yeah, which is good. I mean, I rock with that.
Hmm.
It means that Ryan Day's not that bad. Because you know how these kids get, bro. Like they're gonna make money wherever they go now.
Oh
So
yeah.
like at the end of the day, if they disagreed with something heavily at any school, they would be like, okay, well I'll just
Go to a different school, get
yeah,
another deal.
yeah, I'll just go somewhere else, get more play time, less competition, and I'll still go to the NFL.
Yep. I
I
mean,
mean,
you won't probably get more stats too, to be completely
yeah,
honest. Because
yeah,
Ohio State, I'm not gonna say we have a tough schedule, but we do have the tougher schedule out of probably the Big Ten opponents.
yeah, yeah. I
I
feel
mean, I don't.
obviously not all a lot of SEC teams play trash, but that's where most of the competition is.
Yeah,
So
SEC,
like those teams are gonna play harder games, regardless at some point more often than not.
and they
Um,
look more at the NFL scouts. They definitely look more towards SEC teams.
oh yeah, I mean I don't blame them.
Yeah, I would too. Honestly,
I would say it's
Southern
like, all
football
right,
is
man, you
different.
got 3 divisions to pick from. Where are you gonna go look? Like, okay,
Obviously, I'm going down south.
right, I'm gonna go look at Texas, Bama, fucking Oklahoma, all that good
Yep,
shit,
A&M,
where they
Florida.
breathe and sleep football.
Yep, and barbecue,
I,
football barbecue.
them Southern boys are big, bro.
They're huge.
Them boys are big.
They're huge.
I
Well,
don't
they
know
grow
what.
up on
Yeah, I don't
they
know what
grow
they
up on
eat down there,
fish and
but
cornbread.
them boys are big down there.
They're huge, buddy. Um, yeah,
It's gonna be a tough weekend.
it is. And then, honestly, kind of nervous
Me too. I mean,
because our
go
O line is not 100%. Like not like health wise, but like
just all the way there
just all the way
collectively as a
there
team. Yeah,
collectively as a
and
team.
Penn State's definitely the first team that's gonna expose that if they find the hole.
Oh yeah,
Because
they're
I
definitely
mean,
gonna
within
expose that.
the first couple drives, right? They're gonna analyze which person on that O line is the weakest.
And then they're just gonna target him all
Yeah,
game.
I can even see them switching players around if needed. They're gonna put their strongest guy on our weakest guy, and McCord's gonna be in for it.
Oh yeah. Well,
This will be a
hopefully
real
he's
test
got
for
his.
the Bucks, man.
It'll be a test for McCord. See if he's the truth or not.
Yeah, because he can still claim himself, and we can lose this game and he still be good. Like he can still prove himself in this game with a loss. Any other game, no. But
No,
like with the way that Penn State's been playing and the way that we've been playing, it's just a very intense matchup.
it is.
They could definitely go either way.
And
I don't
this is.
see any team getting blown out.
I think
I
this
don't
is one
see
of the
either
biggest
team
matchups
winning
of the
by
year.
even 14 points.
No, I think it's gonna be. I don't know what the over and under is. think it
Like for
was
final score,
yeah, for final score.
it's got to be like under 45.
I think it was around there somewhere, maybe even 30s.
I
But I
say
don't I don't
I'm
think it's
thinking
going to get
like
past.
I'm thinking like 28-21, maybe even like 21-14, 21-17 type deal. 21-17 seems pretty realistic to me, honestly, because
21-17 seems realistic.
yeah, we're like a huge point scoring team, but Notre Dame shut that shit down.
They did.
And that
Yeah,
was
we
a
shut
very
Notre
low
Dame down.
that was a low scoring game, and if the defenses play at like that, either team, Penn State or Ohio State, if their defenses play anything like that game went, then it will, yeah,
Hmm.
it'll be
Well, this
21 max,
I think the defense is going to win this game. If our offense doesn't take off immediately, this defense is going to have to win this game for us.
and they're gonna be pissed
Yeah, they're going to be upset.
because then
They're not going to be
there
happy. They
I would
have
say
to
there's
work
no way
extra
they're
hard.
not talking about how many times they've saved us already,
Oh, too many.
because
Way too many times.
it shouldn't have to be, it's not, it shouldn't be that way,
No, it should never be that way, but it is. I mean, that's what happens
because
when you got a somewhat new offense, you know.
the first touchdown on Maryland was the defensive pick six, right, for us.
Yep.
Oh god, see,
Yep.
that's just like, dude,
Like 9 minutes in the second
yeah,
quarter.
see, now that's the problem. If we went out there first drive, a couple plays later get a pick, that's fine and dandy.
Yep.
But the fact that we played damn near 25 minutes of football and then we
No
scored off the
touchdown.
oh my god.
No touchdown. Not even making it to the fucking
I
red
did give
zone.
Maryland props for that game. I mean, they played
They
ball.
were. They should have been a ranked team.
Yeah.
I've said that time and time again. They should have been a ranked
Do you
team.
think they would be now? Cuz you know how shit
Yeah.
changes every week, bro. That shit is outrageous.
Yeah. I think they should be a ranked team because I think they're what 5-1, 6-1.
Did they win last week?
I think so.
I kind of quit paying attention to them after we played them.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention. I need to look it up because I don't want to sound like a dum dum.
I'm also going to get because we're gonna talk about this for a few, I can tell. I'm getting ready to pull up some
Let's
stuff
see.
on the
1,
cheating
2,
scandal.
3, 4, 5. Oh no, Illinois beat them. So
Ew.
they're 5-2. Illinois beat them 27-24. They must have beat them in the last second. Yikes. Yikes.
So we've addressed most of our concerns for the game, what we want to see, what we think we'll see, what sounds realistic. Obviously, we would love nothing more to go out there and win by 14, 21 points. It's just not something that's probably going to happen.
I don't think that's realistic. To be completely
On
honest.
either side of the ball. I don't think Penn State is going to win by that much. I don't think Ohio State will win by that much. It's going to be a nerve-wracking, sweat-infused, tough game.
Luckily, we're at the shoe, and it's a
Yes, I'm
Charlotte
honestly very, very blessed we're at the shoe, because
yeah. Happy
it would
Valley
have an
would be
effect on how I feel about this game.
yeah.
If you told me that on Saturday we're going to a whiteout, I'd be like, bro,
It's over.
that's probably GG. Like this.
I don't think Kyle McCord's ever played in a whiteout.
No.
He's probably been to a whiteout, but he's never played.
So
in
the
a
Notre
whiteout.
Dame game was his first night game.
Really?
Yeah. This whole season is his, like, any type of new situation he's in throughout this season is his first everything.
Jeez.
We're 6-0.
6-0.
Those are his first 6 games ever.
No, yeah. I mean, I didn't think about it that way. I didn't know if he had any like few snaps last year or whatever.
I don't
never
think
really
so.
paid attention.
I don't know where he went to high school with Marvin, but I'm sure it don't compete.
No, definitely don't
It's
compete.
very, there's only very few high schools that are like that.
Yeah.
Where it's 1,000 people showing up for a high school game. That shit would be elite though.
That would be pretty
That'd
elite.
be kind of sick to just to be around that environment. But that's
Yeah,
big city
I mean,
shit, and we're small town people.
Yeah, we are small town people. we have maybe like 200 people show up to the football games.
Right, and that's like teachers and staff included, and like
all their kids.
The 27-year-olds playing flag football on the side.
Dude, that's weird.
Those were the days though.
Those were the days. I'm not gonna lie.
Pulling up to homecoming, team gets shit on, but you're having a great time playing flag ball with the boys.
Yeah, dude, I was about to go to Adrian's homecoming. I think it was last weekend.
They won,
no, it
right?
wasn't last. Yeah, they won. But I just wanted to go get my free donuts and cider.
Whoa, how you get that?
You just sign a little alumni book, and they give you free donuts and cider.
But you have to graduate from there to be alumni, right?
Yeah.
About to send Zach and Steven there. Give me some donuts, bro.
Shut up.
That's nutty.
But
All right, we are We're 30 minutes in. When do you want to get into the scandal? The
I mean, we
probably
can
the
get into it
biggest
right now.
topic of all college ball right now, especially for us.
Let's get into it right now.
All right. Allow me to do a little bit of a screen share here. We'll do a
Let me view the screen share. College football world reacts to emerging Michigan sign stealing scandal.
but like this is a big deal, man.
That
Like
is a big deal.
this,
This is basically the Houston Astros of college football.
right? Because let's think about it, right? If Michigan was not undefeated, not playing as well as they are, would this even be uh, as
It wouldn't be
headlining
as
as it is right now?
it'd be a big topic, but I don't think anybody would really be like, "Oh my god," But it's definitely still a big topic.
So I'm wondering where, like, I want to see them talk about where like they were like, okay, this is happening.
Yeah, because somebody slipped up
Yeah,
somewhere.
somebody said something, somebody did something wrong. Oh, let's see. Then Michigan schedule has been Charmin soft of this point. They compare their schedule to toilet paper. That's insane. They still have to play the likes of Ohio State, Penn State. Yep. Okay, so where are we gonna? Oh, do we have proof? Okay, shall we watch?
I think so.
Coach, 4 penalties for you.
Can you hear this or no?
No, I can't.
Let me redo this. It's got to be. I have to do like an application.
Like Google Chrome.
Yeah, I have to stream it as like this website. All right, I'm gonna play it again. Let me know if you can hear it.
Your team in the first
Yep.
half, some that cost you. How do you clean that up in the second half?
Well, there's some stuff going on out there, so we just got to slow it down a little bit. There's some things going on that aren't right as well, so we'll talk about how to handle it.
Does Michigan defense keeping Gavin Wimsatt in this passing game in check? How do you adjust?
Well, just got to keep playing. We're in the game, we just got to keep playing.
All right, thanks, Coach. Corey, back to you. Coach, 4
He definitely
Yeah.
seems like he's holding shit back.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to say too much.
No, because
Yeah,
obviously he would only end up in hot water himself.
Yeah, he
He's
said
the
twice
he's the
there's some
Rutgers
stuff
coach.
going on.
He can't do anything. This guy
I
can't
was at
defend himself at all.
I was at that game. But
Oh,
I was,
you
I was
should
a
have went down
little
there and asked him.
I was a little tipsy. I probably could have went down
You
there
should
and
have took
asked him.
that mic from her and said, "Hey,
Should have
spill it,
took
dude."
that mic from her and been like,
You're like,
"Yo,
I actually run a podcast. I'd love to hear about it.
oh, what does this say?"
Right here.
Yeah,
Credible sources. Oh, okay. See, now here we go, getting into some nonsense. See,
it's nonsense. Putting Ohio State in the mix.
dude, you already knew they were gonna do that shit.
Yeah,
No matter we did
true.
it or not. Okay, so well, every 5 years or so, I get a pretty good tidbit from some credible folks. Oh, okay. I was told today that something major was going to be announced regarding Michigan. Was also told it wasn't good and was major. Well, this is very major.
This is pretty
Also
major.
told it could be public in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Have no other details, and I tried to pry to no avail. Will be interesting if it does play out. JJ Watt's trying to defend him. That's crazy how
RG.
quickly this got around.
Yeah, even RG3 said that every team should be investigated.
Yeah, I feel like I want to. Oh, okay.
There it is. There it is.
What did they do? I didn't hear about this at all.
So when the catcher was calling, you know how they do like the whatever with their hands.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the pitch and whatnot.
yeah, the bench would bang on a trash can like so many times, depending on if it was a fastball, curveball, changeup, depending on the sign. Like somehow they
To
could see
signal
the
to their
catcher's.
batter.
Yeah, and they would like listen for it. Somehow they could see the catcher's hand signs.
Is that illegal?
Yeah, because I mean, you know what's coming. The whole point in baseball, like the pitcher and batter, is to not know what's getting thrown at you.
But
You know,
so were
it's
they
based.
were they investigating like how they were able to see it?
I think they looked at that, and then they also looked at like them banging on the trash can.
It's like, cause I think
to
you have to look at both
symbolize.
sides, right? Because obviously the catcher would be doing something slightly wrong if he's visible to the other team, right?
No, because they must have been looking at the camera or something. They
Or like
must have
had
been watching the
somebody
game in
else
the
looking at
dugout.
something and like trying to,
Yeah, because if you watch the games, you can see the catcher's hand signs.
so weird.
You know, you watch it on TV, you can clearly see what he's going to throw.
Yeah,
So,
that's. I wish there was more. Like,
Michigan State doesn't want to play Michigan. You see that?
Michigan State was approached by the league as a forewarning ahead of its weekend matchup. But is this because of the fight last year?
Could be. Let's read.
According to a source briefed on those conversations upon learning of the pending investigation, Michigan State initially warned the Big Ten it might consider not playing Saturday's game out of concern for health and safety for its players. That has to be fight related. On Thursday morning, MSU confirmed it will indeed play the game.
Okay,
that was today.
That article was basically useless. There's no need to write that article.
This dude was just trying to get his impressions on Twitter, bro. Come on.
Whoever Trevor Woods is, if you're watching this, that was bogus. You did not need to write that.
Into number 2, Michigan over possible rule breaking around in-person scouting of opponents.
So they're not saying much. They're just saying like
accusation.
Yeah.
But I want to know who tipped this off, because obviously it wasn't this guy. This was not enough.
Yeah, that didn't say.
There's always going to be
anything.
people that look into this and say their own bullshit, but we can check the replies honestly while we're here. Somebody had to say something, right?
Something.
Okay,
nobody cares about that.
Yeah, that was nonsense.
A Hart Reed, that was something you did not need to post. People are just trying to put their 2 cents in, and nothing
honestly
matters.
like look at that right here. Glad he's not our coach. Tennessee gif.
Nice. That's something you didn't need to post.
Dude.
You got 14,000 impressions.
Dude, yeah, he could be getting paid right now, dude.
It could be.
Why am I not doing this? I'm just gonna start posting Ohio State gifs and the most random bullshit.
Trolling, dude.
I didn't even peep that.
I didn't either.
Wow. Look at that. This is fucking investigator over here.
What does that one say? Go back up. The one right under the picture.
I recall almost every college football team using flashcards, giant posters, the relay plays, the offense and defense. It only takes film study to figure out what plays might be called 50-50. It's not 50-50 though. There's hundreds of plays in a book.
Yeah.
And every formation has like what, 20, almost like 20 plays? 10, at least 10.
Something like that, yeah.
It's very rare that like it's very rare that a formation only has like 4 plays, and when they do, it's like 4 different Hail Marys.
I mean, it could be like a Wildcat formation, but Michigan doesn't run a Wildcat, as far as I know.
I'm almost tempted to click on this.
Might as well. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, we could see some stuffs here. I already saw that though. Why is it 2 minutes long? That's
They made a video game trailer. That's crazy.
Boys made a whole movie.
Yeah, they did. That was
see. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look what he said.
Yeah, probably not.
I know he's lying to me. Oh, he wasn't lying to me, dude. Did you see that?
Yeah,
dude,
I did see that.
I'm taking my like back, but that was fucking nuts.
That was pretty cool.
I thought he was lying to me for impressions, bro.
CJ Stroud will be in attendance.
Oh, wow.
He'll be the guest picker for College Game Day.
Dude, that's fucking dope.
That is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get up extra early.
That was actually worth my retweet. See, I want to see. Okay, see how this guy's like predicting the Penn State win?
Yeah.
I want to see these type of things, but not from people like this. Like, I want to see these type of comments made about from like normal fans, or like people outside of the Ohio State, Penn State fan base. Like, I want to know those people's thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. Yikes.
1 of 7 teams to reach AP top 10 every season. That's pretty good. The only one without a playoff appearance. Well, you can't have everything.
Yeah. Well, where's Michigan in that?
You know what's crazy is pretty soon these guys will not be in these type of conversations.
Or Bama.
Yeah. I think they'll always be in conversation just down here. Because people are not going to let Alabama go, bro.
No, they ain't
they're just too big of a school to have people like, be like, we don't got to talk about them.
Side note, you should follow Sexy Red on Twitter.
Sometimes the stuff goes across my For You, and I already know what goes down on there. I already know what goes down in there, bro. It's absolutely outrageous. I was trying to close that tab.
But I don't think Michigan's gonna get any penalizations.
I don't think they will either, because I don't know if there's a way to prove this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do their best Astros impression.
What?
Yeah, I don't really think there's any way to prove it.
Oh, we have an official statement from the Big Ten Conference made today. Or I guess yesterday, technically. Late Wednesday afternoon, the Big Ten Conference and University of Michigan were notified by the NCAA that the NCAA, okay, was investigating allegations of sign stealing by university. Okay, so we already knew this. So no one has said anything more? The conference will have no further comment at this time.
I guess they're just gonna keep looking into it, see what's going on. I really want to know who said something.
I know, bro. Like
because there's no way this just popped up out of the blue.
No, there's no way people are hating that much. That's outrageous.
All right. Do you want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Honestly, I'd love to, man.
Okay, you're not gonna like it.
It's, dude, I'm here for it. Let me
right.
I'm gonna stop the screen share just for a sec. All right.
So my conspiracy theory is that they're coming up with this whole big scandal. Michigan's doing this, Michigan's doing that. You know, obviously last year Jim bought him a cheeseburger. This year they're sign stealing. I think that it's all a big thing just to get some hype and hate over Michigan, and then they're gonna go into the Natty.
You think they'll win?
And yeah, I think this is all just a big rouse to get everybody riled up.
You know what's crazy is I didn't say the exact words earlier, but when I was playing Call of Duty with Alexis and Amelia, I was like, I mean, what if it just seems weird.
It does.
To randomly appear with that, knowing damn well that people are at everybody. Urban Meyer was at 100 fucking games easily last season. Like, you could say the same thing that he's going back to OSU and being like, hey, Ryan, this is what I saw from this and this and this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is their most targeted person on these type of plays.
I talked to this coach about this, and he said this is their favorite target, you know?
Yeah, because you could say the same thing about any team that is good. Any good team. It just seems so, yeah, it seems so random. It seems planted.
It does seem planted. Just kind of like that Chargers fan.
Yes. Did you actually, fun fact, did you see her at a different game wearing different merch?
Yeah, she was wearing Ravens shit, wasn't she?
It was,
she was wearing
maybe
some Ravens shit.
That or Raiders for some reason.
One of the two.
But yeah, so they were basically saying how that chick is planted by the NFL because the Chargers do not gross enough income as they should or need to like basically continue. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, they probably just thought that just the fact alone that they were Los Angeles, they would make enough money, but like they suck.
They're trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they basically, I had read that they put that woman there to, I mean, because you've seen it, like 5 seconds after, she was everywhere. ESPN, ESPN2, Sports Center, Barstool, any big sports page, any big page in general that covers any type of sports. They were talking about this lady.
Yep.
All the normal people like me and you, they were talking about this lady. And what is that going to do for
it right now?
What is that going to do for the Chargers, though?
Boost their revenue.
Exactly.
Yep.
In some way, it's going to happen. Whether they gain a bunch more followers on any social media, they have a couple more people come to a game. Some people, I guarantee you, their merch sales went up. It could only be a couple percent, but they went up.
Their ticket sales probably went up too.
It's insane. It's
insane.
So crazy. Like, it kind of feels like the ways that the NFL is run, like with the whole entertainment, you know, aspect of it, is slowly trickling down into college football. And I do, regardless of like how cool I think NIL is for players, I think NIL has a lot to do with the weird shit that's going to start happening in the NCAA, because that's money controls everything. Yes,
money's everything.
It controls every aspect. Like, if the NCAA could force a team to win, if they were going to get 10 million plus new viewers on every Saturday, they're doing it.
Then they're going to do it. Yeah.
And no one is going to stop it.
There's no reason they wouldn't, you know?
Because all you have to do is just make them win by 3 at the end of the game.
Yeah.
They don't have to blow nobody out.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That could be said about Illinois and Maryland. Maryland was 5-1 going into that game, and they only lost by 3 to Illinois. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't watch that game, but I just seen the score. So
It's definitely something. Let's I'm gonna reopen this
So-
and see if we can scroll down and see anything.
that's just what I think. My conspiracy theory.
I mean,
is
it
that
makes sense.
They're making it seem like Michigan's the devil and they're gonna go in and win the Natty.
I don't know if I fully agree, and I definitely don't, disagree.
I mean,
It's
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
we're basically just like on hot water at this point, waiting.
I would love
Because
to
all
see Ohio
all we
State
can
go to
do
the
right
Natty.
now is make our own conclusions because we have no answers, and who knows when we'll have those answers. The real answer. We'll probably never have the real one.
No, because they're gonna give everybody some BS answer.
This picture is kind of tough though.
A little bit. It basically just looks like it's the same thing.
It
That-
it
that
is.
everybody
It's
was
just
saying.
another person trying to farm this website here,
What
apparently.
is it? What does this bottom paragraph say?
Right here.
No, the bottom one.
Oh, right here.
Ultimate. Yep.
Ultimately, this does make you wonder how legitimate of a run the Wolverines have been on for the last 3 seasons. I mean, this team is good. They're immensely talented, but just like the 2017 Astros, you have to question if the Wolverines' Big Ten championships and playoff appearances are now tainted or bastardized. Either way, this latest scandal puts a big red target onto Michigan's back. Hamburgers are one thing, but this is a totally different beast. This could get really, really ugly.
It could get really ugly.
And then immediately under this are the Huskies for real.
They might be.
And then we got this.
Don't play this game if you're under 40 years old.
How is this a sponsored story, bro?
I might play that game. I might play it.
Uh-oh, hold on a second. Michigan State rumors.
Wazoo coach.
Who the fuck is Wazoo?
Looks like... Fuck, I've seen that. Washington State.
Okay. Wow, he denied interest?
Nobody wants to go to Michigan State.
I was gonna say, what sick bastard is really gonna be like, you know what, man? I'll come in there. I'll do it for you. All right, now we need to see. Okay, dude.
What's going on here? You got a virus.
I do. We made it. All right. Should we click the Fox News one? They got a video.
Might as well.
Dude, they got a video, dude. Oh
Alright,
my
let's see.
god, no you don't. Go away. You know how I do this?
How do you do
Right there, I refresh.
that? Fox News
Dude,
Flash. sports
oh
headline.
my. We're about to get educated.
Let's get educated. You might as well just allow the ad, dude.
Dude, I didn't even know I had it. Dude.
Alright. Now it's getting out of hand.
That's getting extremely out of
It's
hand.
getting out of hand.
There's not even any words.
This is about Ian Kinsler. This isn't even about Michigan.
Oh my god. Why are they doing this to me?
Because it's Fox News.
I'm not clicking on Yahoo Sports. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
24/7 sports.
I can do that. Okay. Why, dude? What is it? What is the fucking world we live in?
A bunch of ads trying to get revenue. Yeah, we might be shit out of luck here.
What if I just like reword? What if I add football in front of it? Honestly, I get different ones. Kinda.
Not really.
MSN.
Do you
What is
trust
that?
MSN?
We're gonna find out. Oh, Microsoft. The fuck? They have their own news?
I didn't know that.
Dude, allow me. I'm sorry. Oh, this is kind of set up nicely. 11 people liked this post. 12 people disliked it.
I can see where those people are from.
All right. Okay.
Go off, Microsoft.
Go off, dude. Middle of one of their best seasons in recent memory, but it looks like the program is facing a bit of a scandal related to its scouting department. See, now we never even seen this word put together.
Scouting department. Never.
Yeah. So that we already have a tad bit more. Now we understand who could have been out there doing shit for him, at least.
Scouting department.
According to a report from College Football Insiders, Ross Dellinger and Dan Wetzel of Yahoo Sport, they're back. Michigan is being investigated for alleged rule violations related to sign stealing. So this was just a quote. The source tells Dellinger and Wetzel that the allegation refers to NCAA bylaw 11.6.1, which reads, off-campus, in-person scouting of future opponents in the same season is prohibited. According to the report, the issue of what is whether of or Michigan. Dude, I cannot read.
No,
According
you
to the
can't.
report, the issue is whether or Michigan is sending unnamed individuals to games of future opponents to gather information on the signs they use to call both offensive and defensive plays. Should we check
So,
this?
Yeah, we might as
There's
well.
not an ad.
Of having someone steal. You know what they say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh, okay.
According to Yahoo Sports, Michigan football
Those are
is
facts.
being investigated by the NCAA for allegedly violating rules that prohibit teams from scouting in-person future opponents. So they're basically being accused of having someone steal signs from teams that they're going to be playing against. Now, the allegation reportedly pertains to NCAA bylaw 11.6.1, which reads, off-campus in-person scouring of future opponents in the same season is prohibited. So let me break this down for you guys. So normally, teams are provided game footage to scout their opponents, but in the report, it says that Michigan used unnamed individuals to attend games of both scheduled opponents and possible college football playoff opponents in an effort to gather information on the signs they use to call both offensive and defensive plays. So technically, sign stealing isn't really illegal unless the team uses in-game electronic equipment to relay the information to players on the field.
See, this just
So-
sounds like a bunch of bullshit, bro.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like bullshit, but because they'd have to be sending people to the games. They'd have to be flying them out. They have to like send them with a bunch of electronics because that's what you just said. They'd have to like electronically send it, you know?
Right, because that's the only way they're gonna get it.
Yeah, and they have to be on the sideline. They can't be in the stands with a fucking headset and boom mic. Just
And
like,
then my
trying to
question would be, how
listen
are they
in.
getting these people on the sidelines?
Yeah,
Close enough to the like, I understand you got a sideline ticket, right? But how are you getting close enough to that?
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's unbelievable too how this guy broke more down for us than 5 articles. And I don't even know who the fuck. Dude, shout
Shout
out.
out to this guy.
Are we still on
from the
Microsoft?
New York. No, we're on the New York Post.
Oh, okay. They're not even from here, and they're covering, dude. They're covering.
Or to coaches, but scouting opponents in person has been banned since 1994. Whether the NCAA believes that Michigan was using staffers or others who may be loyal to the program is unknown at this point. 2 of Michigan's opponents this season told Yahoo Sports they became aware that Michigan knew their play signs. Now, the Wolverines are already under investigation for a myriad of violations that
But who are
include
the
head
two
coach
teams?
Jim
Obviously,
Harbaugh
Rutgers.
meeting with recruits during a COVID dead period,
Yeah, that
using too
I
many
wonder.
coaches in practice, and watching player workouts via Zoom. Harbaugh was suspended for the first
I'm
3
sorry, but
games
did
of
we
the
miss some shit? What did he just say?
program, and watching players and recruits during a COVID out of violations that include head coach Jim Harbaugh meeting with recruits during a COVID dead period.
This is from
using
the
too many
hamburger
coaches in
thing, I'm pretty
practice,
sure.
and watching player workouts via Zoom. Harbaugh was suspended for the first 3 games of the season, so this is something to keep an eye on. It looks like he's been channeling his inner Bill Belichick,
Oh, okay.
allegedly.
It's a shock. So,
Yeah, the NCAA has alerted the Big Ten. The league confirmed to Yahoo Sports without revealing specifics.
so theoretically, let's say that this does get confirmed. Do you think that Michigan should be ineligible to play for the rest of the year?
That's a tough call, because
Or do you think they should be able to play, but they can't go to the playoffs? Because I mean, at that point, it's basically a fucking free playoff slot.
you want to know?
If you just know,
As of right now, this is what I would want to see. Right, I
Yep.
would let Michigan play. I'd suspend Harbaugh rest of the season. Can't be at the game at all.
can't play the game.
Can't
I mean,
coach. Can't be at the game.
You know, he's probably going to be calling
And
somehow.
that's fine, because that's still putting a delay on whatever information they would have had on the spot, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And you'll be able to tell
Yeah, because he runs a different type of
yeah,
offense.
and if he's not there and certain things aren't happening that we've seen happen week after week, then we might have, some more clues towards a final answer. But
yeah,
it's tough, dude, because it's like, obviously it's not the players that are going out there doing that shit.
it's the coaching staff,
Yeah,
scouting
it's
team.
those players are there to play football, and I don't really like, regardless of how much I dislike, Michigan, I don't want those kids to be like taken away like of what they're doing. I don't want the football to get taken away from them.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's really up to the council of the NCAA
Yeah,
to
and whatever they fucking
be
decide.
like, yo, maybe Michigan shouldn't be able to play, you know?
And there, I mean, yeah, and there's nothing stopping them from doing that.
Yeah,
I think
because I
people would
mean,
be upset. I think
oh
a lot
yeah,
of people would be upset. I think a lot of people that are not Michigan fans would still be pretty upset because those are the people that are going to see it from outside looking in.
hmm
And I think that I feel like a lot of people would be pissed off. I don't know if that would be a good look on the NCAA because obviously, if you piss off the fans, people quit watching, money goes down. It all comes back to the
yeah,
money. At the end of the
yeah.
day,
That's
it all
that's
comes
true.
back to the money. It
But at the
depends.
end of the day, it really does. If they do let them play, if this does come out to be true, and they continue to let them play, I think it provides basically a free playoff slot. I mean,
And it
they
probably
already know
does.
what they're gonna call. They already know what's going on.
I mean, do you think they're going to go regardless? Like, okay, so
Probably.
say they stay as they are right now. They go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
Yep.
It's very tough cuz like I mean they never remember how the NCAA never even took action against Harbaugh, like Michigan themselves suspended Harbaugh for like those couple of games, like they never really opened the case. Like they
Yeah.
never gave him a full punishment. They could come back next year and punish him for the shit from this year.
True. They could let him finish
So,
the season and just be like, all right, next
yeah,
season
and that's another
you're
thing.
done.
They could let him finish this season. They could let Michigan go to the playoffs, potentially win a national. Then they open up the case from what they originally were going to suspend him for this season and crack open the case, an ongoing investigation on this stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
Because then they
And
could,
that's what I'm saying. It could be just like a whole Cinderella story
and
type
it very
shit.
well could be.
Yeah.
As far as I knew, Harbaugh was hated by a lot of people. Right before I stopped sharing my screen and closed that page, there was a tweet. It was a Michigan fan, unfortunately, but he said like he felt like it was ridiculous that like he basically felt like people would do anything to take down Harbaugh. And I know us being like Ohio State fans, we've been in those situations where it feels like people will do anything to stop a certain thing from happening.
Yep.
Whether that's like us going to a specific game or one of our players having a specific type of game. I guess I don't blame him for feeling that way or sharing that type like that opinion. Cause like I mean
hmm
if I was a Michigan fan right now and that shit came out after the seasons they had in the past, like if me and you were Michigan fans, right, we have 3 years of good football.
Yep.
And then there's this year where we're like, bro, we could actually go to the Nationals. Like, this is probably the best. This is probably the most confident they feel to beat us from the past. Like, if you take all 3 years, right? This
In
year
a
is probably their
while.
most confident one to play against us.
Yep.
So, like, say we're the fans of that team. We feel great about this Ohio because we know if we can beat Ohio, we're going.
Yep.
And then this
100%.
shit comes out. And
It's
you're
like,
just,
oh fuck.
yeah, because, like, if you're a Michigan fan, it literally feels like they're trying to take that away from you at this point.
Yeah. That's literally. I mean, if we were Michigan fans, I'd be upset and say that's what's going on. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, cause we're lucky we don't deal with it from the NCAA aspect, but we deal with that shit from like other teams and other people on the
Everybody.
daily. Yeah,
Yeah.
whether it's targeting a certain player over and over again, or I feel like a lot of time refs are against. I know every team has their refs. Like I completely understand that every single sport will have their home ref who's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yep.
It just happens. Um, I mean, dude, we're at 58 minutes. I kind of want to dive into a ref topic. While we have a couple of minutes left. What's your opinion on that and refs shaping games, especially now
I
like
mean,
with all the money that's being involved into the league?
yeah. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of money. The money's like a huge thing that's involved in any sport, really. I mean, even you could go to probably like a tennis match, and he's probably still getting paid off. You know?
Oh yeah, to do something, whether it's the
Yeah.
slightest inconvenience or the call that decides the match.
Yeah. So I mean,
Somebody's telling them to do something.
I think that to a certain extent, they're definitely changing the way that the game plays out, but they can't be too oblivious about it. You know?
No, because they'll get called out,
Yeah,
and
they'll get called
obviously,
out.
then whatever organization they are working for has to technically fire them and fine them and do all this other bullshit that
Yeah.
they don't want to do.
Yeah, but I mean, I definitely do think they nitpick little things. They find the tiniest little inconvenience and throw a flag or do
Do you
some
think
bullshit targeting
do you
call.
think the gambling world has any effect on college ball now? Because obviously it
Hundred
does the
percent,
NFL and the NBA and the
100%.
MLB.
I think
Everyone can
that
see that part, but like, do you
I
think it's
think that
affecting college too?
Yeah, I think college ball is getting so monetized these days that it's just like, Vegas is pretty much running it now.
I mean,
To where it's
I
like,
can see that
okay,
100%.
you
Man.
know, somebody probably put a whole bunch of money down on a specific team at the beginning of the season, just keeps putting money down, and then the refs are just taking care of it.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, because
obviously,
then they're
obviously the
like,
team has to play good.
right, because
Obviously, the
yeah,
players are there for a reason, but I think that money and refs do have a huge
because
part
they
in the
could
way
tell a
that.
group of refs like, hey, if you can make this happen, you can have this much of what I'm going to win off of it.
Yeah, and they don't even have to pay him the same day. It's like, so that way it doesn't seem,
Right.
like they could go a couple days later and get their
I mean,
money.
and say, who knows if the NCAA is dipping their hands in that? I'm
They
sure they
very
are.
well could be.
I'm sure.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it
you mean
all.
to tell me that? Cause let's be real, bro. There's no way the people that run the NCAA are not gambling.
Oh, they're getting money.
Well, like, why would you not gamble on something you basically have full control over? At the end of the
Yeah,
day, it's silly. It's free money.
yeah. I mean, if I was running something and I had a way to make more money off of the exact same thing, I'd do
Exactly.
it.
The rich get richer. They're not just gonna. If
Now
they're
it's gonna
making
stay
millions
at
of
the
dollars,
same
right?
level.
They're making $10+ million a year to run NCAA, but they can make another 5 to 10 million. Who would not do that?
Who would not do that? I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Once you touch 10 million, you want to like. There's no way the greed hasn't consumed you by that point.
Dude, the greed would consume me at like 500K. Like that's
Oh
just
yeah,
me, but it
yeah,
consumed me, you know. But yeah, I think that it definitely is money ran now. I mean, look, you can go online, you can bet as much money as you want on the Mich or the Ohio State Penn State game. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
they made gambling so easy and so legal.
From the comfort of your couch.
Yeah, from
If
the
you want to
comfort
lose
of your
10 grand in
couch.
your living room, go right ahead.
Dude, I could be taking a giant steam at work and just be putting a bunch of money on any
You could
football
play a
team.
slot or the roulette table on while you're taking a shit at work. Like you
Yeah,
have access
literally.
to the entire gambling world on your phone now.
I can make 3 days worth of pay in 15 minutes taking deuce at work and just be like, all right.
I say we don't even have to talk about the fact that if I opened up 5 different YouTube videos, one of the ads would be FanDuel or DraftKings.
Dude, that's all I see on YouTube.
It's crazy.
It's
They're
just
everywhere.
FanDuel, DraftKings,
YouTube, TV. I'm sure they got some Twitch ads.
and they're just coming out with more and more and more betting apps. It's
Yeah,
just
and
becoming
they
a
always,
whole big
you
thing.
know, and they all got their like crazy bet $5 first time, and you'll get $200 worth of bets back no matter what.
Yeah,
It's like who's not gonna take that deal?
yeah. And then who's funding that? Because there's no way that these places are just starting up these apps. There's no
And
way
then
they're just
magically have all
starting
this
it.
money to pay people that win.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we're gonna match $1,000. You know?
Well, I mean, like obviously, FanDuel and DraftKings, people probably lose over $1 million a day easily on that shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, think about it.
Not like the
When
big 4 or 5. Yeah, it
but
is weird.
when they bet on these games, any type of game, MLB, NHL,
Hmm.
NCAA, whatever it is, those those businesses, like not businesses, what would you call them? Programs, NFL,
I mean,
NHL.
all of it, dude. That's you could
They
call it a
they
fucking
have to
corporation if you wanted to. That
corporation. Yeah, that's a better word for it. They have to be getting a cut
of
of
course.
what people are betting. So obviously, there's going to be some influence of to like
Oh
what
yeah,
games to promote, what games to give a better outcome of.
there's no way that the NFL does not make money off people's lost bets.
Oh yeah, dude. Because I mean, I guarantee you, when Michigan and Ohio State play, there's probably going to be, I'd say,
We should make a guess on how much money will be bet on that day across the board. Every gambling
I was
app.
going to say probably like 3 mil.
I'd go 3 to 5.
Yeah, easily.
But I feel like we're excluding the rich people at that point who will bet the whole mill.
That is true.
Because like, dude, who knows? Drake might pop out and drop a drop a million of Ethereum on a game.
Yeah, dude, Drake would do some shit like that.
He won his
Miss.
last bet, dude. His curse is slowly getting lifted
Let's hope.
because he won the Jake Paul bet.
Did he?
Yeah, Jake
But I
Paul
mean,
won.
I think every Jake Paul fight's scripted, bro. I mean, I should have bet on Jake Paul. I should have
I'm not
bet my
gonna.
whole last paycheck on Jake Paul.
I was so happy that fucking Dylan Dennis lost.
He's
Only
a shit
because of
talker.
only because of how he gets on Twitter, then just to lose to Logan Paul.
But I think it's all just a gist. You
Oh,
know
I'm
what
sure
I'm
it
saying?
is. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I
So
mean, it has to be. It's the YouTube entertainment system.
yeah, it's a whole new form of entertainment. You get
It's
all the little
crazy.
kids involved.
It all comes around now. It's just the whole sports world is less sports, more entertainment, more money.
More money. Everything comes back to money, just like you were saying.
Dude, in like 10 years from now, it's not gonna be the same at all.
No, I don't even think
Nothing.
in the next. I don't even think in the next 2 years it's going to be the same.
No, all I mean
Because
the rules are already changing every year. That
next
can
year
be looked at as
next
like
year
the
we have
start.
the 12-team playoff next year.
It's gonna be nuts.
So I mean that's even going to change. You
Because
know?
now everyone's like brackets that they make and have a perfect bracket win $1,000,000.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be insane. It's gonna be so because they're gonna have specials and all these other shits going on for gambling just because of the 12-team playoffs, and it's gonna.
Yep. And then it's just going to be exactly like how we just said, the NFL, or not the NFL, the refs and the
Oh, they're making
Vegas.
some crazy brackets.
Dude, they're going to make some crazy brackets, and they're going to call some crazy BS calls, and they're going to change the way that 12-team
It's
bracket
nuts because
looks.
they're not allowed. They say to do any. No
No,
player or coach or
they're
anyone
definitely
involved
doing it.
is not allowed to do such things. But like, who's gonna stop them?
Nobody's stopping them. I mean, everybody has free will.
Right? Like
You know what I'm saying?
you can't go on the dude's phone
Mhm.
and be like, oh, you have DraftKings installed. Did you make a bet? You can't do that to people. You just can't be doing that to
Yeah.
people. So it's like, it's
Do you
say.
think?
Go ahead.
Do you think that people from like Saudi Arabia, I mean, they're one of the wealthiest people in the world. Do you think that they're making bets just to become even more wealthy?
Not on American football.
You don't think so?
Probably not as much. Obviously, they're betting on soccer. Obviously,
That's
they're betting on the.
racist.
No, it's not. It's the most popular sport in the world
Just fucking with
outside
you,
of
bro.
our country. But like, I mean, think about how many of the main UFC fights are in Saudi Arabia.
A lot.
You already know, bro.
Yeah.
You already know there is millions and millions of dollars being dropped on fight night bets over there.
Oh yeah.
It People are betting fucking. They're probably putting down Ferraris on a bet over
Yeah.
there, dude.
Pink
Like
slips.
it's.
They're putting down pink slips on that shit.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, everybody in the world gambles now.
Oh
DraftKings
yeah.
and like especially those like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM. Pretty sure Barstool has their own gambling.
Do
Those
they really?
full, I think so. Yeah, actually, I have like,
Don't tell me you have the app.
dude, I have so many gambling apps.
You're part of the problem, bro.
I am. I'll
I
admit.
I
I don't
have
know.
FanDuel.
I don't know if
That's all
it'll
I have is
pick it up.
FanDuel.
No, it won't. So
No, it ain't picking it up.
in the this is actually worth my time. Hold on. Did it go back to normal? Okay.
Yeah, it went back to normal.
So I know you see BetMGM right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the Uno game I saw?
You did actually, and you saw Fun Run 3.
Boy, get the gaming.
Let's see. Nothing on that one. I think I have most of them hidden off my home screen now because like looking at it. I was like, yikes.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
sits there
So
and
yeah,
stares at you.
there's where'd it go? It's like in the see it Barstool Sportsbook, the first
Oh,
B.
yep. That's it.
Then there's BetMGM Sports right underneath that. And the E's I have Eagle Sports. Oh, here, look at this FanDuel one. There's 3 of them. I have FanDuel Casino, and FanDuel Sportsbook.
Jesus, dude. You are insane.
I mean, I haven't gambled in a minute. No.
Well, that's good. I know people that gamble every day.
I wanted to start it. I really only do it during football and like some
Yeah.
UFC fights. I was doing it in NBA, but that's usually only for the playoffs because I'm just not good at basketball. It kind of scares me.
I'm not good with basketball either.
There's Prize Picks. I got that one where it's like you put down a certain amount and
Jesus.
those I like Prize Picks though because that one's different. So like how they work is like you can do 1 through 5 picks, right?
Yeah.
And it's only over unders for players.
Okay. So like over a certain number of yards. Certain catches.
Receptions, touched,
Okay.
anything like that. It's only over unders, and then however many you add is a multiplier. So like 2 would be times 5. 3 would be times 10. It might be it's times 2, times 5, times 10, and if you did 5 or 6 picks, it would be like times 10 to times 20.
Damn.
So like $5 would win you 100 if you had 6 picks and they were all right.
Damn, really?
Yeah, but the only thing is like with those, obviously you're capped to the 20x multiplier. Whereas if you go on FanDuel, make a 16-leg parlay where your dollar is worth 500 grand.
Yeah,
That's
true.
why people like those. Let's see if I have any more. I'm just trying to. I know I had a lot for a minute.
That's insane.
Here's another
bro.
one. It's called Underdog. It's the same thing. Over, and the reason I have so
Over and
many is
under.
because I was basically just like using and abusing the first time user things
Yeah,
and like
that
sending
makes
codes to
sense.
my friends to get the free money because at that point it's silly not to.
It
But
is silly not to.
I can back my last bet so I don't look like an idiot on the internet. I did win it. My
Yeah,
last
what
bet.
was it?
I'm pulling it up right now for the proof.
Okay.
I have to accept the cookies.
I don't even remember what the last bet I made was. I haven't bet in a while. Like a really, really, really long time.
My bets. Did I win my last bet?
Don't
Chance I.
lie. Don't lie to the viewers.
Oh, where are
Wanna-
they at? Where's my
Now I'm
history?
curious. Want to see what the last bet I made.
Yeah, it's not showing me my. I should be able to see my history though. No.
You should be able to. Let me see. For security reasons, we've locked your account. Okay, well, I'll log back in.
It won't show me my settled bets, but I did. I had a $20
Oh,
4-leg parlay with UFC. I had the first 3 fights right, and then Sean O'Malley when he beat Aljamain Sterling. I had that,
okay.
and it was $20 for 170.
Damn, son.
And that's I'm sorry. My last bet was the first week of college ball this season. I had a free $10 bet, and I put it on Colorado to beat TCU, and I got $70.
That's pretty good.
I was gassed.
That's pretty good.
That's when I was like, "Hey, yo, Colorado, they're like that." And then they
And
fucking
then they're not like that.
no, then they're not like that at all.
It happens. It happens to the best.
We hit an hour 11. It's pretty good. I like
I
it.
think that's solid.
I'm down.
I
I think we had a
that's
good
pretty solid.
podcast. That was a solid week 4. I think we covered every
Yes.
topic we needed to.
Yeah, talked about a lot of shit.
Yeah, we got it. I got an outro. You want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of week 4 of Traders Up North podcast. We hope you enjoyed and had a fun time as we always do. Like we always say, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know down in the comments. We're really eager to see
Put them
your guys'
below.
I think we're both really eager to see anybody's opinions on the recent scandal going on.
Yeah, I want to know what everybody thinks about Michigan.
That'll definitely be the next hot topic for weeks to come.
Probably
Regardless.
next week.
Oh, 100%.
See if anything develops next week.
I mean, you already know they're going to say something tomorrow or on Saturday at the game.
Yeah,
when Michigan State play.
That's all they're going to talk about.
Every
Oh, I
game.
forgot Michigan plays Michigan State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7:30, one of those times. It's a night game. So, something like that, of that nature.
All right.
I'll be tuned in. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be tuned in. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone expects Michigan to blow them out? Probably, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Michigan State's some poopers, so probably.
Very true. But yeah, let us know, guys, down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. We definitely want to know about the Michigan stuff. Anybody has any inside info, please let us know. On that note, we'll call it here. It was a fire episode. We hope you guys have a fantastic listen and a fantastic weekend, and we'll talk to you all next week. Peace.
Peace.